this, or you guys?
No,
Hi
you-
everybody, it's
No,
Jeff and
just
Nikki from Nightshade Nook
Just pour
Decor. We are actually getting ready to do a new project tonight. This is something we've been talking about for a while, and then Jeff had an epiphany last night. So what he's done is built the frame and put in two rather large boards in here, and we're pouring in 3 different colors. Do you want to go into what this is going to become? And we have our
Yeah.
friend Frank here with us tonight.
How
Hi
you
Frank.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, we got the wood in the forms here. Okay, we're gonna pour blue at this end, all the way around, red in the middle, green on that end. Okay. Once this thing is completely full and the wood is completely encased in epoxy, I will then clean it up on the router, and then I'm gonna put this big block. I'll tear the mold apart, and I will put this big block of epoxy and run it down the table saw and split it up the middle, all the way up the middle, okay? And then I'll have 2 of these things, right? And I'm going to take these 2, put them on the side, and then I'm going to slice coasters from them. It'll be like slicing bread or slicing pepperoni, but we'll be slicing coasters off of them. So that is the plan.
It's going to be neat.
Yeah, we've never done anything like this. It's going to be the first time we're trying it, so hopefully it goes well.
This is gonna be like a whole wheat bread, and this is gonna be rye.
Yeah, it's like
It'll be
it's like
neat.
a marble rye.
Are you pouring in the center first?
Let's go from the from the farthest
okay.
to the closest.
So
okay?
we're pouring all 3, as you've seen us do multiple pours before, to kind of let them meet.
There's
and
no
bridge.
rhyme or reason.
It's
to
really
it. We
cool.
just wanna... Okay, they're all touching, so let's
They're all touching. Go to the middle.
let's go to the middle now. Start pouring our center. And
That's
then-
another reason why we have Frank here with us tonight. We needed an extra hand.
And what we're going to do too is, if there's any left over, we will go back and pour some on the other sides again.
All right.
And I'm ready if you guys are
I'm ready.
Okay.
It almost looks like a bomb pop. Over
It
at this
does
end where
look
the red
like
and
a
the blue
bomb
come
pop.
together.
That is really cool.
Ooh, your blue's going too far over here.
Well, I'm sorry.
I know there's nothing you can do. I'll try to force it back.
Yeah, I know there is. I'm over here.
Yeah, I'm forcing it back.
So do you want me to hold off on?
Yeah.
I pour heavier than you. That's part of the problem. I pour heavier and quicker.
Blue.
That looks really, really cool.
I mean, it's.
And kind of like something from the 70s.
Yeah, it's the first pour, so it doesn't matter all that much, and it's okay if we
Well, I don't know if
blend them together a little bit too. It's totally okay.
Well, yeah, because I think the mergy ones, when the coasters come out and they have like the merged colors in them, I think they'll look really neat.
Yeah, we'll be okay with that too. We may have some packs that have the merged color ones. So.
And then you'll notice also we don't have the bridges up here tonight. And that is because these slabs are heavier than the normal slabs that we would use for a cutting board or a table. So they're not going to float up like the other ones
Right,
would.
and once this first pour here is hardened, they'll be glued in, so we don't have to worry about them moving at all.
So in essence, what we are making is sets of green coasters with black walnut, sets of red coasters with black walnut, and sets of blue coasters with black walnut. It'll look really, really cool once he's all done and cut them all up. It'll be awesome. You want to scrape that for me because I can't scrape in.
Yeah, and that's
And
really
hold
good.
and
I
talk.
think it did just pretty much what we wanted it to do.
Yeah, that is awesome. So go ahead and comment if you guys have any questions about this process. It's something Jeff had told me last night. He'd finally figured out a good way to kind of mass produce some coasters. Because as you know, the cutting boards and tables and everything, you guys buy them as soon as we make them. So this kind of gives us a little foot up on you guys too. That was really the thought behind it.
Yeah, the whole idea was we didn't want to spend a week making like a single batch, one single set of coasters. I figured doing it this way, we could just make 100 coasters all real quickly, all at once, and it would work out a lot better. So now we need our torch. Oh boy, we cleaned up the shop today.
We did clean up
Here
the
it
shop
is.
today, which means everything is lost.
Okay, I'm just gonna Turn off the
Yep.
bubbles, like we usually do here.
I like watching the torchy process.
It's a little harder to do on today because
So
the frame is so much deeper.
So Black Walnut River Coasters. That's what you're doing.
Black Walnut River Coasters.
Those are going to be cool. I can't wait for this to all be done and see how it all turns out.
Looks edible.
It does.
It's fucking
It really does. It's
crazy.
cool.
It's crazy.
Some cherry.
It's fun. Okay,
It is
so
very fun.
I got a lot. So what I'm gonna do over here is I have a little excess epoxy, and our table.
Oh, that's right. Our 8-pour table.
Yes, our table of many colors of blue is finished on one side. The flood coat's all done. It's all sanded on the bottom side. I milled off all the icicles from the flood pour, but there's a few little cracks and crevices that need to get filled. Actually, I think I'm gonna need that compressor.
Oh, to compress to blow it all off? Yeah.
Might want to stand back a second.
Sure. Sure. I don't want to get all filled with dust. So he just finished sanding it today, which is why he's got to blow it off. This is actually the bottom portion of the table. The epoxy portion is laying underneath. So that's all done. And with this one, what he's going to do is there's a few cracks, so he's just going to fill it with some epoxy to kind of seal that portion. And then once that's all set in, he's just going to apply some Rubio Monocoat to the bottom, attach the feet, and then it is off to its new owner. That's still going to look really, really cool. I'm a little sad I didn't get pictures of it when you had flipped it over, so you could see it looks like little icicles poking up when from the drifts from the pour coat, the flood pour.
It does look like a lot of icicles.
It does. I just didn't think about it. I was busy doing other things. So as you guys know, our website is actually live. I've been working on it again today, so it is to the point where I'm content with it. There's a few little tweaks I'm going to make, but I know I said I would post that the other day. I forgot.
Yeah, we can dump this back in with the...
And then he's going to go back over
Doesn't get wasted.
to this, to the coaster sets. Oh, you're blurring up on me. There you go. I think this is one of your more interesting ideas.
Yeah, this was pretty ingenious.
Yeah.
If it works out.
If it works.
She didn't say ingenious. She said interesting. I live next door, so I hear this a lot.
This is true. You hear more than you probably want to.
All good.
Okay, we probably have a few more bubbles. Yeah, we do.
So what do you think? This is going to be done in like a week? How long do you think it will be until we can see it all poured and maybe you get to the point where you divide them?
Yeah, probably a good week.
Because as you know, we use the East Coast epoxy, and we do shallow pours. So that way he's going to do, what did you say? Like you said, almost 6
There
pours.
could be 8, 10, I don't know. We'll see how many pours it takes. You can't pour this stuff too deep because you get a bad chemical reaction. It overheats, and then it tends to like shrink in the corners and stuff, or bubble up, and so it's easier just to do shallow pours like this. And then
Now the bubbles, you just hit those once, and that's it.
No, they may
They
come.
come back
They
and
could be. It's not that. It's not like bubbles are coming back, but new bubbles are rising to the surface. So
From the reaction?
no. A lot of it has to do with when we whipped up the
Mixing it,
epoxy
okay.
with the mixer. We whipped a lot of air into it, and then the other thing is there's air is trapped in the pores of the wood.
Okay.
So as the
that makes
the
sense.
wood is getting wet with epoxy, some of the
Some
air
air
is
is popping out,
escaping,
yeah.
so that'll bring up some bubbles too. So I may 2 or 3, maybe 4 times with the torch.
It's
You know.
neat when you cut them to the live edge part of it. Like some of them, you're gonna look at it and it's gonna have different shapes than
Yeah.
the wood when they come out. So it's
Right.
really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really neat.
You're right, and this one being kind of split and cracked, I just left it how
Yeah,
it
no,
was
that's-
because
That's the way.
all these like
It's a character.
these pieces that are loose,
Yeah.
it'll get
Get down in there.
epoxy will get in
Yeah.
between there, so you might see you might get a coaster that
sliver,
has that
yeah.
little sliver portion with epoxy around it, so
It's gonna look
it'll
neat.
look pretty cool, yeah. So, but yeah, it worked out for the most part how I anticipated. I mean, their colors did run together a little bit, but it's all good. It'll all work out in the end, I think.
Well, yeah, because I mean, when they run together, it just means you're gonna have some coasters.
Well, most likely
They're a
it's
little
probably
more
the
unique.
top part that's just running, right? The bottom part.
Yeah, they could be mixing. Yeah, they're not gonna. If we don't swirl them up, they won't mix. They'll kind of stay how they are.
Right,
So
okay.
I probably won't swirl these. I will.
I was gonna ask if you were gonna swirl
no,
these
no,
up.
no. I do not want to swirl them because I'm afraid what'll happen is we'll just wind up mixing the colors, and we'll
gotcha.
wind up with purple.
Gotcha.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over there, God knows what we'll wind up. Some
And you
kind
can a lot of that you can correct a little bit on the next pour, and then when you cut it,
Yeah.
it's gonna have a little blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be staggered. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it'd be neat.
I think when it's all done, it'll look pretty cool.
It's gonna be
So,
unique either way.
It'll be different either way. You can see we're getting
Oh, yeah,
some
yeah,
air bubbles,
yeah.
and it's starting to foam up a little. So
Yeah.
in a few minutes,
You
we'll
just hit it
definitely
again.
have to torch it again. Yeah. So,
Nice.
but hopefully, like I said, this is an experiment that we have never done before. I'm hoping it works out. If it does, then very soon we'll have coasters on the website. So.
I was gonna say, how many times have we done projects where we started with the, yeah, we've never done this, so let's see what happens.
And
That's
usually
half
our
the fun of
experiments
this.
come out very well. Like
They do.
the raspberry board was an experiment that worked out very well.
Oh, that's right. Is that one ready to get all oiled and everything?
No, it's
Still curing?
yes, it still needs to be sanded.
Okay.
We
All
gave
right.
you a sneak peek the other day when I ran some solvent over it.
Yeah, but that is a pretty, pretty
It is
board. It looks kind of gray through the camera,
Yeah, you can't.
but it's more of
really
like a
see it
raspberry
without
merlot.
the solvent. If you
That's okay. You don't have to.
can see that spot there, that'll be the true color of it.
No, that's not.
Well, it faded quick.
It did. I had to be there instantly.
If I had some water or something, I would put it
There's
on
water
there.
right there, actually.
Is it just regular water?
Yeah, it's just plain old regular
Okay,
water
let's do that. Here.
that I left out here, and I'm not going to drink because you were sanding,
Okay.
and I left it open like I do.
Need a rag or anything?
No, I'll just use my
Whatever.
finger.
All right.
You
Oh, see, now
yeah,
you can
see where
see
the water
it.
is, where it's wet. That's
yeah.
what it's gonna look like.
That is pretty.
That'll be that's what the finished board will look like that. So this one will come out pretty cool.
That one will be pretty. I like that one. I like the rusty orange one too. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give us a like, share, and a comment. And we will talk to you probably tomorrow because we have a few more projects that we need to get started. So you guys have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.